Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I would like to do a tutorial for you how to make these shaker cards out of Dollar Tree products. I've been on a card kick lately trying to get ready for the Christmas season, sending out all of these handmade cards to my friends and my family. So I was looking for a cheaper option, of course, wandering through the aisles of Dollar Tree, and I came up with some ideas that I wanted to share with you. So these are the cards that I'm going to make in this tutorial. Pretty much everything that I use today is from the Dollar Tree. Now there are some tools that are not from the Dollar Tree, obviously, but I really tried to pull together as much as I could that was available there. Also, obviously, the Dollar Tree doesn't sell scrapbook paper or cardstock, so that has to come from an outside source as well. So these are the cards I'm going to be making today. I found a couple options that would work well for a shaker pocket. This is Dollar Tree Christmas products. We have the foam snowflake, this 4-pack of plastic snowflake, this sticker, and that gem all came from Dollar Tree, along with the washi tape. I also have this. This reindeer comes in a 5-pack at Dollar Tree. And then this joy ornament is $1 at Dollar Tree as well. This card is going to be made a little bit differently because it's a larger ornament, so I'll show you how I'm going to work that out as we go along. Now for some of the items I'm going to be using, just a pair of scissors. You can use any scissors that you like. I like using these smaller ones, but seriously, any scissor. I'm also going to be using this glass for my circle stencil. I don't have anything that is a circle, so this works fabulously for trace and cut out, basically. This is the glass that worked for me because it has a small circumference. So anything that you have at home that fits on your card, you want to make sure that it's the right size to whatever size card you decide to make. I'm also going to be using a ruler. And obviously this didn't come from Dollar Tree, but this is my paper cutter. If you don't own any type of paper cutter, you can do the old-fashioned way of measuring out your card and cutting straight lines with it, whether using an X-Acto knife or the blades from Walmart. These are what, from Walmart, the blades from Dollar Tree. This is what I'm going to be using today. This is one of my favorite tools out of their tool section, and it comes in pink. You can't get much better than that. I also need a pencil, Scotch tape. This foam tape also came from the craft section at Dollar Tree. I've used about half of it already. It's available other places, obviously, but this did come from the DT. These are the sequins that I'm going to be using in our project today. I had used some glitter out of their glitter pack for one of my cards. I also tried using some nail art pack in there. I just really felt in the end that I like the sequins alone better. Obviously this is a personal choice and you can use whatever you would like to fill your shaker with. This is the washi tape that I'm going to be using on these cards today. All of them came from Dollar Tree. And something that I love to use as a mat while I'm working on my desk or any other surface with my washi tape are these microwave cooking covers. What I like about these better than the plates or like the vegetable cutters is the fact that these are a much sturdier, more durable plastic. They don't curl up as you're using them. I've been using a set for probably close to 3 months and it does not curl up. So I use this for any kind of tape I'm going to do that I can peel it back off and not worry about ruining my surface. Or if I want to put hot glue on it, it's even sturdy enough that hot glue holds up on this plastic. So I really like these and I love having them in my craft station. I'm also going to be using this bling that we found at Dollar Tree. And then some of the ornament products that I'm going to use to finish off the cards. I had not used these at all yet, so I'm really curious to try them today. I'd like to layer it up with the foam this time. So we'll see how that turns out. Before, I had used this, and you are more than welcome to use this. This is the 10-pack that you get at Dollar Tree. Love these. Love the foam. They also come in a glitter. Half pack is glitter, half the pack is plain. I'm down to the plain ones, so obviously I love those glittery ones. This reindeer that comes in a 5-pack from Dollar Tree. And I'm also using this joy ornament that I'm going to do something a little bit different on this card. So I'll do this one last. These are the only snowflake stickers that I have left. I've been loving the snowflakes lately. So I'm going to use this on my ornament decor for the card this time. This is the sheet that I had gotten from Dollar Tree that comes with snowflakes on it as well. I know it comes in different mix and match patterns, but I still have seen these at Dollar Tree, so they're available to pick up if you haven't already. They were probably one of my favorite Christmas stickers this year. And then last but not least, these are the cards in paper that I'm going to be using. As we know, Dollar Tree doesn't sell this stuff, so we had to go elsewhere for it. This is a pre-made folded card that came in a set that I already had, but obviously you can cut down any card to match any envelope that you have. If you have an envelope and you want to just cut your card to fit, I always make room 1/4 of an inch on each end. So I measure the envelope and then I take off 1/2 of an inch from each edge, and it always will fit pretty well in an envelope. So that's what I do when I don't have this, which pretty much I never use these. These have been in my stash for a while, so I decided I needed to use them up. But you can fit any envelope that you have lying around. Also, another option is if you have Christmas cards that you've picked up out of a set and they have a sentiment on the inside and pretty much they're just have decor on one end, you could probably, depending on their style, use those as well. You just cover your paper with it, so it's not going to be visible. You can work around that anyway, get creative. So I'm going to be using this paper and card combo, this paper and card combo, and then for my joy ornament, which is larger than my cards, I'm going to cut down the whole thing. So I'll be using this for that card. And then last but not least, this is what I'm going to be using to make my shaker pocket out of. These are the sheet protectors that come from Dollar Tree. I like the fact that it has crystal clear plastic and you can see through it pretty well, and there's no static, and the sequins just move around like they should. So this is how I'm going to be making my shakers. This is another option if you can't find any of the sheet protectors, the report covers. The only thing about the report covers that I'm not crazy about is while the material is thicker, and I appreciate that, it's cloudier, so your sequins won't show through as much, but they're still there and it still works. So that's another option. And the third option that doesn't come from DT, but a lot of people are into making pocket letters, is a 9-sheet pocket page for baseball cards. You can cut out a pocket. Can't really see it very well here. You can cut out a single pocket that still has 3 sides, and then you only have to be sealing up one. So as long as it fits behind the object that is your cutout and you still have room to adhere it to the back of the paper without seeing it, that would work fine. With this small cup that I'm using, it would work, but I'm going to use the DT option. Okay, so that's everything I'm going to be using, so let's get started. Okay, here I'm just going to measure my card so I know what size I want my paper to be. The card itself is 5.5 inches wide, so I am going to make my paper 5¼ inches. I'm going to take off 1/4 of an inch so that it comes in and I can still see the edge of my card. Now the thing about this paper, obviously, it has the words Merry Christmas, so you want to make sure that you're cutting the right direction so that you can have it this way and it doesn't come out looking like this. Okay, so that's exactly the look I want. So I cut mine 5¼ by 3¾ My other card's the same size, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, and the thing about this joy ornament is it's much larger, so my card needs to be larger. I have not gone out and found an envelope that this fits in. So if it doesn't, maybe I don't send it with an envelope. If I'm not mailing it individually, that's not a big deal for me. But you might want to check and see if you have an envelope that it's going to fit in, if that's important to you. But today, it's not important to me. So I'm going to measure this ornament so I know what size I want my card to be. So since I've already done that in the past, obviously it's going to take 11. Obviously I have to measure for the whole direction of the card, so that's 11 inches by 7. Okay, so moving on, now that we have our cards and our paper background, let's work on cutting our circles. Now I pretty much just eyeball this. I will tell you that I made a mistake the first time and I cut too close to the edges, which means I didn't really leave myself enough room to tape my shaker pocket in on the back. So today I'm going to make sure that I have quite a bit of room, maybe an inch all the way around at least. I want my shaker window to be kind of on the side so I can put my ornament on the other. So for these first two cards, I'm just going to make sure I have enough room on the sides and I'm going to trace. Now this joy card I'm going to do a little differently. If you notice on this card, I decided since this O is here to use that for my shaker pocket. I thought that was really cute. So I'm going to take my ornament on this paper and trace where that O window would be. Okay, so now I have my rubber mat and I'm just going to use my blade that I picked up from Dollar Tree and cut out those circles. Okay, so now that I have cut out my circles, I'm just going to clean up my edges. Now this joy one you want to play around with a little bit because you don't want your paper to show through. So you kind of get it how you think it's going to be on the card, and I can see that I have a little bit here that I want to cut off. Much better. Okay, now to the shaker. Now I'm pretty much going to measure this hole to see how big I want to make my shaker card. It has to be able to go past the hole, and you also want to leave enough room that you don't really see any scotch tape on the edges. So I'm going to make mine about 3 1/4 inches, and obviously it's a circle, so that will go both directions. I'm going to use my cutter again, but obviously if you don't have a cutter, you would simply measure and cut. Because this is a page protector, it's only open on the top, so I'm going to take advantage of this edge that's already sealed along the bottom, and probably along this side too when it's convenient. First I'm going to start by cutting off this hole punched edge here, but making sure not to cut through the sealed line of the protector. What are you doing, mister? Hey, your whiskers are in the camera. I'm busy. You silly boy. Okay, so now I have my 3 squares, and I have to seal up the other 2 sides so there's only one that's open that I can put the sequins in. So I'm going to use Scotch tape for that because it isn't going to show. And I'm going to make sure that I take the tape over the edges and just trim the extra so that I don't have any holes for the sequins to leak out of. So now that I have my 3 pockets done, I'm going to take my sequins and fill them so I can tape them closed for our next step. So this is my card that's going to have the deer, the reindeer on it. So I'm going to use red and gold sequins. Well, I don't have red. I'm going to use green and gold sequins. And how many sequins you put in is really a matter of personal preference. I tend to overfill them, so I try to not put in too many, but then again, this pocket is pretty large, so I use the whole little packet there. And I think I like this one. Maybe not quite as many gold. Okay, then we're just gonna seal it up with our Scotch tape. And there we have a little Dollar Tree shaker pocket. You can see there isn't any static in these report covers, so I really like that. Okay, then our next card is blue, so I'm going to use this pretty blue color. I think I'm going to use this color. And then I'm going to use this color. So the next thing I'm going to do is tape the shaker to the back of my paper. I try to line it up so I can't see the Scotch tape through the other side, but since I used a glossy tape, it's not the end of the world, but that's why I tried to leave so much of a gap around the circle. You can see that I didn't tape it on exactly perfect, but that's okay because all of our work will be hidden. I have to say, I think this is my favorite color combination. So the next step we're going to do is decorate the paper before we adhere it to the card, because that just makes it easier to work with. And this is just how I'm going to do it. You, of course, are free to do whatever you feel like creating. Okay, our next step is going to be adhering the ornament to the paper. Now, I'm sure that there are other glues you can use. If you have a hot glue gun, that's best and quickest. There could be some kind of other adhesives that you might already have in your stash, but I'm going to use a hot glue gun today. Now we have these two, and we need to put together our snowflake. So these are the items that I have to create and play with my snowflake. So let's see what happens here. I am in love. I am in love with these Dollar Tree snowflakes. You can layer them so many different ways and just come out with the cutest little snowflakes. So I highly, highly recommend picking these up if you're going to be doing some Christmas cards. The next step that I'm going to do to finish off my card is add some bling from the Dollar Tree. You could do anything here. You could use ribbon, washi tape, stickers. I just like the look of bling, especially with this glittery, glitzy snowflake action going on here. Okay, I decided I was throwing in some blue and silver on this one. So our next step is going to be taking the foam tape and adhering our paper to the card. Now what I do is I like to have it a little thicker than what this foam tape is from the Dollar Tree. So I just fold it over on itself to make a square like shape. Cut it off. Peel it and then adhere it to the paper. Okay, so that's it. I hope that this tutorial has been helpful to you. If you hadn't known how to make a shaker card before, I hope you saw how easy it can be with little products. Even though it's not top-notch crafting materials that some people would use, you can indeed create this on a budget. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.